Most Christian entrepreneurs don't burn out because they lack passion. They burn out because they run their business in ways that guarantee exhaustion. They're chasing growth, but they're ignoring profit. They're running without systems. They're carrying every burden themselves instead of delegating. They're glued to the numbers, but they don't actually know what the numbers mean. And sooner or later, the weight becomes too heavy. Because here's the thing, burnout isn't just bad for you. It's bad for your team, your customers, and your family. And if you're called to steward your business to God's kingdom, burnout robs you of the very influence and impact that you're meant to have. So in this video, you're going to learn exactly why entrepreneurs burn out, how to manage stress with practical steps, and the rhythms that protect you from it long term. And it's all through a biblical lens. My name's Kyle White. I've built businesses and I've owned over 100 properties. And I also coach entrepreneurs who look successful on the outside, but are quietly running on fumes. And what I've seen happen is when they shift how they operate based on God's design, they don't just survive burnout, they actually start growing their business, but with peace. And by the way, I put together a free resource called the 12 Laws of Faith to Success. I'll put a link in the description. All right, let's start with the big one. Why even Christian entrepreneurs can burn out in their business. Burnout isn't about weakness. It's about mismanagement of energy, focus, and resources. And most of the time, it happens because of how the business is being run. So here are the top culprits of why this happens. Number one is doing everything yourself. When you try to carry every decision, every client, every task, you quickly become the bottleneck. The business runs on your back. And the moment you slow down, everything slows down with you. That's not scale, that's slavery. Exodus 18 tells the story of Moses when he was trying to judge every case for the Israelites. He was trying to do it all himself. Jethro, his father-in-law, finally warns him, "What you are doing is not good. You and these people will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone." That's exactly what happens to entrepreneurs who won't delegate. They wear themselves out. And believe it or not, there's somebody out there that will do that job that you hate doing better than you, and they will love doing it. Number two, no systems, but all hustle. Without documented processes, every success relies on hustle. You're reinventing the wheel every single time. And here's the problem. Hustle doesn't scale. Systems create order and they make results repeatable. Without them, growth just multiplies chaos. And the best part is, creating systems nowadays is easier than ever before because of AI technology. You can literally tell it what to do and it will create systems for you. Number three is chasing growth, but without profit. This one's subtle. Most sales don't automatically mean more success. If your margins are broken, scaling just means the problem is worse. That's why so many entrepreneurs feel like they're working harder than ever, but are never actually keeping more. Proverbs 21:5 tells us this, "The plans of the diligent surely lead to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." Profit comes from planning and diligence, not just from hustling for more revenue. You have to plan as well. Number four, and this one's huge, is too many business owners only glance their bank balance and assume that's the reality. Meanwhile, expenses are ballooning up, subscriptions are piling up, and waste is leaking away profits, money that you should be keeping. Translation for today, you need to know your numbers, and biblical stewardship requires your awareness of these. Number five, no boundaries or rest. Even the best run businesses will burn you out if you never unplug and step away. Always being on keeps you reactive, drained, and distracted from what matters most. The Lord commands us for 6 days of work and the seventh day for Sabbath, for resting. I know it's very hard to do as a business owner, but that's what is requested of us. So if you can't do it today, we need to create systems that will teach you how to do that down the road. But rest is not weakness. Don't think of it like that. It's obedience to God's calling. So here's the point. Christian entrepreneurs burn out, not because they don't care, but because they build their businesses in ways that guarantee exhaustion. No delegation, no systems, no profit focus, no stewardship of numbers, and no boundaries. If you fix these, then you've already removed the biggest causes of burnout. But knowing what burnout happens isn't enough. That's why the next step is what you really need to know is practical actions you can take to manage stress better and lead with clarity. So here I'm going to give you 5 proven steps that shift the load off your shoulders and bring peace back into the way that you lead. Number one is to get control of your schedule and build margin in it for things that might come up. Most entrepreneurs live maxed out lives. Every hour, every day is packed full. And when something unexpected happens, and it always does, we all know that, stress skyrockets. Margin is what gives you breathing room. It's why smart leaders leave gaps in their calendar. It's why top companies plan downtime for innovation. So here's what you need to do. Here's your action item. Block 30 minutes in your day with no agenda. Protect 1 day a week with no meetings. Create space so you can think, not just react. Number 2 is you have to use systems and AI to lighten your load. A huge stress driver is doing the work that could be automated. You don't need to manually onboard every client or send every follow-up email manually. Tools exist, especially with the help of AI, that can write your SOPs, your standard operating procedures. They can track your tasks. They can generate reports. They can even direct client communication. When you leverage these, you stop carrying busy work and you start focusing on work that only you can do. So here's your action item on this one. Think about making a list of tasks that you repeat every single week, and then ask, how can this be systemized, delegated, or automated? Start with just one. Let AI write the first draft of your SOP or automate your email reminders. Number 3 is create a decision filter. One of the biggest stressors is decision fatigue. Now, when I first heard about decision fatigue, I was young and I didn't believe in it, but I know it's true now. Every opportunity looks urgent. Every problem feels like it needs your input. But when you create a simple filter, the noise disappears. So use 2 questions when something comes up. Does this align with my mission and values? And number 2, does this move us closer to profit and purpose? If the answer is no, then it's a very simple decision. Step away from it. Get away from it. Cancel it. Don't take the call. Do whatever you got to get out of that situation. Number 4 is you need to strengthen your circle. Stress grows in isolation. Too many entrepreneurs carry their burdens alone. The truth is, you need people who sharpen you, people who speak truth when you're drifting, and people who can share wisdom and shoulder the weight. So what you need to do here is you need to build a circle of at least 3 people, a mentor, a peer, and a friend outside the business. And you lean on them regularly and tell them about what you got going on and listen to their advice. Number 5, redefine success. And I found this one to be the most powerful for me for taking the stress off my shoulders. Stress skyrockets when you chase someone else's definition of success. Comparing yourself to competitors, influencers, or even your own expectations keeps you running in circles. Success God's way is stewardship, not status. Faithfulness, not fame. Impact, not just income. So what you need to do is you need to start writing your own scorecard. What does winning really look like in your faith, your family, and your finances? Let those 3 things drive your focus. And when this gets hard, what I always like to do is I like to measure backwards. And what that means, I look at where I was 6 months ago and I look at where I am today. And I'm always ahead of where I was 6 months ago. And that makes me refreshed. It makes me reinvigorated. It makes me excited to keep moving on when I see the progress I've made. So here's the point. Stress doesn't go away by accident. It goes away when you build margin, leverage systems, filter decisions, strengthen your circle, and redefine success. Now, those aren't theories. They're practical steps you can put in motion today. And when you combine them with biblical principles of rest, wisdom, community, and stewardship, stress stops running your life and you start leading with clarity again. But managing stress in the moment is only part of the battle. The real win comes when you build long-term rhythms that protect you from ever slipping back into burnout. And that's what this next point is all about. The key is to build rhythms that create sustainability so you can grow your business without losing your soul. Here are 5 rhythms that every Christian entrepreneur needs to protect peace while maintaining growth. Number 1 is Sabbath rest. You can't run at full speed forever. That's why God built rest into creation itself. Sabbath is not wasted time. It's fuel. It resets your mind. It recharges your body. It reminds you the business doesn't rise or fall on your shoulders. So you need to pick one day a week where work shuts down. Protect it like your most important meeting. Number 2 is financial reviews. One of the biggest sources of stress is financial uncertainty. But here's the truth. What you review regularly rarely becomes a crisis. So here's a practical rhythm. Every month, at least once a month, review your income, your expenses, and your cash flow. Trim waste, track margins, and plan ahead. Stewardship creates stability, and stability produces peace. Number 3 is gratitude journaling. Growth often brings comparison. The more you achieve, the more you notice what others are doing as well. That's a fast road to dissatisfaction and burnout. Gratitude is the antidote. So end every day writing down 3 things that you're thankful for in your business and in your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from pressure to provision. Number 4 is family and relationship rhythms. Your business can't thrive if your closest relationships are starving. And what's the point of having a great business if you can't enjoy it? Healthy rhythms with your spouse, your kids, and your friends create the foundation for sustainable growth. So you need to schedule dinners, vacations, or even weekly family nights into your calendar before you schedule your business. And those are non-negotiables. You never go over those things. Investing in your family is eternal ROI. And number 5, you're like this one when I tell you it, is you need to do quarterly retreats. Day-to-day work keeps you in the weeds. Without stepping back, you'll lose sight of the bigger picture. Quarterly retreats, even just a day off-site, gives you the space to pray, reset vision, and evaluate if you're still aligned with missions and values. It also gives you a great opportunity to see how your systems are working without you there. Once a quarter, at least block one day for reflection. Ask, are we chasing profit or am I chasing purpose? And am I still aligned with God's calling for this business? Think of these rhythms like guardrails on a mountain road. They don't slow you down, but they keep you from going over the edge. The higher and faster you go, the more you need them. Growth without rhythms is dangerous, but growth with rhythms is sustainable. So here's the point. Burnout isn't just about today's stress. It's about what happens when growth outpaces your rhythms. Sabbath, financial reviews, gratitude, family time, and quarterly retreats are the rhythms that keep peace intact while your business expands. Because real success isn't just about growing bigger, it's growing stronger, steadier, and closer to God while you're growing your business. When you understand why entrepreneurs burn out, you can take practical steps to manage stress better, and you can build rhythms that will protect your peace long term. So you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Growth doesn't have to cost your health, your family, or your faith. With God's design, you can build a business that scales you and your life that you will actually enjoy. And to put this into practice, grab my free guide, The 12 Laws of Faith-Driven Success, which I'm linking below. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you one simple change you can make to master business the way God intended.